There's a diet circulating out there that transforms the people on it into the best versions of themselves. It's leading to extremely good health, unlimited energy and limitless brain function. All just by changing the way you eat. For the last 2 weeks I ate the way that I'll explain to you in this video, and I quickly learned how powerful and simple this diet is. Especially if you want to tap into your full potential and live your life to the fullest. It is way better than following the traditional food pyramid your fat doctor recommends. I call it the meat-based diet, which is probably not for everyone, but it's a way of eating that I will probably keep for at least a few more years, if not even my whole life. And no, it won't lead to heart disease in a couple of years. But right now you're probably wondering, what is this diet exactly? What can I eat? What can I not eat? And will this work for me as well? That's exactly what I tell you in this video. But first, why even listen to me? Now, I want to preface this by saying I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not your doctor, so don't try to sue me. Still, for the last 2 years, I did a lot of research about nutrition, tried many ways of eating before, like carnivore, animal-based, meat-based, what I'll talk about in the next few minutes. And I was always looking for the best way of eating or diet to get myself into peak performance. I read studies, learned a lot about vitamins, minerals, the actual truth about fats and cholesterol, and a lot more as well. So I would argue I bring a lot of experience into this. And lately I stumbled over this new way of eating, which maybe actually is more an old way of eating. And I really found it to be super good for my own performance, my energy, my mood and more things as well. Which leads me to the next point before I tell you exactly what this diet is all about. I'm not making this video and I'm not praising this way of eating for just general weight loss. This way of eating can be perfectly good for weight loss, and if you're overweight you will almost guaranteed lose weight. But my focus was actually more on feeling good, being alert, having clarity, having energy, good health, not getting sick, good brain function overall, focus, mental health, motivation, stuff like that. That's what I really care about. And unfortunately, often those videos about diets primarily focus on weight loss, but this diet I'll tell you about now is one I like so much because it makes me feel the best. Or at least definitely much better than the average Western diet or following the traditional food pyramid. But that probably deserves another video. Subscribe. But let's finally talk about what's in this diet. What is this diet all about? I would honestly say there are different ways to put it. I'm gonna tell you right away, it's very close to a carnivore, to an animal-based or a whole foods or real foods diet.
Real food like this will get you thriving in every single way.
So mainly what you will have is definitely meat. So if you're vegan for ethical reasons, just click off. This video won't be for you. But yeah, meat is gonna be the main driver, the foundation of this way of eating. That's why I called it meat-based diet earlier. A lot of steak, a lot of ground beef, plenty of eggs, which could be a separate thing, but let's just throw that together with the meat. When we cook, we'll do it anyway. Why is that the foundation? And why would that help to make people feel good? It's relatively simple. First of all, we ate meat since the dawn of humanity. Micronutrients in meat have the best bioavailability. The proteins are complete proteins, so all the essential amino acids are in animal protein. We can digest meat really good, better than the supposedly healthy fiber, which we can't digest at all, but that might also be another video. It's high in fat, high in protein, the two most important things when it comes to getting your calories. It does not contain carbs, which you might think that's a bad thing, but the truth is there is no essential carb. Like you can literally survive and thrive by eating 0 grams of carbs. And as we'll talk about that later again, this might actually be one of the main reasons why people have mental clarity, steady energy, and generally feel so good by eating this way. There are a few more reasons, but overall, meat is way better than what the average person thinks. High quality meat won't give you a heart attack, it won't give you cancer, and it definitely won't lead to higher inflammation. If you want to learn more about this, just go down the carnivore rabbit hole, look at the Inuit or the Maasai who almost only eat meat, and they have way better health than the average American. But since I don't want to make this video only about meat, let's just leave it at that. that's the foundation. A lot of meat, and that's actually the key for their mental clarity and high energy. But with just meat, it would basically just be a carnivore diet. So what else is allowed in this meat-based diet? There is, for example, the 4Ks, and especially kefir and kraut, sauerkraut, is stuff I try to have basically daily as well because it's so good for your gut microbiome. Then we have fruit, especially avocado, berries, but also other fruit is often consumed on this diet. Then dairy, especially raw dairy, like raw cheese, raw milk. You will see that quite often, but also honey. Occasionally you will see sweet potato as well. So 2 good carb sources besides the fruit. And then also carrots and maybe like 3 to 5% of other random stuff as well. And I want to say right there that of course different variations exist and there is no official meat-based diet. There is the animal-based diet, which is almost the exact same, but I think there are a few variations. For example, the sweet potato, the sauerkraut and the carrots, for example. But of course, you can still tweak it to find the best way of eating for you. Some people will eat carnivore, some people will eat keto, which means just meat or very little carbs, about up to 40 grams of carbs, depending on your lifestyle, etc. And some people will just eat animal-based. So a lot of meat, dairy and stuff like that, with fruit, with honey, maybe with cocoa, olive oil, coconut oil, carrots, kraut, a few other things as well. And lastly, some people will call it the whole foods or real foods diet. They might add more vegetables as well, but just whole, natural, real foods, no processed shit, no sugar, no seed oils that are ruining our health, and of course other unhealthy stuff as well. Either way, it's all based around a lot of meat, a lot of eggs, animal fats in general, and then on top you stack whatever you like, or rather what makes you feel the best. But I thought this is unhealthy. If that's a thought that came up, I quickly want to address this. Now, who do you trust? The average person who says you should not eat eggs, or you should eat 36 eggs daily? Now, of course, that's a bit extreme. But if you kind of dig deeper, you will realize that animal fats, animal proteins are extremely good for us. Like, they contain all the nutrients we need. You can get all the nutrients your body needs from just animal foods. And no, fiber is not necessary. There has been this extremely interesting study that actually showed that the people with no fiber actually improved their constipation issues the most. Countless of people on the carnivore diet thrive and are not constipated. I earlier addressed the Inuit and the Maasai, who again have way better health than the average person in America or even the EU. They don't die from cancer. They don't die from heart attacks, they are way leaner, probably have way better focus and mental clarity as well, and they usually seem to thrive. They feel good. And the people who build their diet on animal foods experience the same fucking thing. Even their teeth, their body odor, their skin, and so much more improves. And more studies are revealing that eggs and meat aren't actually unhealthy for us. Instead, they actually improve our health, especially for eggs, which is something I researched a lot for the last 10 months or so. It's literally a lie. Like, eggs do not increase your risk of heart disease. And people are still warning other people of eating eggs. It's crazy. Instead, they would eat fucking cereals, oatmeal and shit that is drenched in seed oils. Eggs have all the essential nutrients you need besides vitamin C. Everything. We've eaten them since forever. They are now the reason for the sudden rise of heart disease, cancer and obesity? No, guys. They are not. Now, just in case you're curious, I quickly want to tell you my preferred version of this way of eating. Because it's not strictly carnivore, and it might also not even be animal-based, with a lot of fruit, honey, maybe even sweet potato and stuff like that. For me, the keto diet works best. I will test all those variations, and I might definitely change my mind, but a keto diet, for so many, including myself, works so good for stable energy, waking up with more energy, having more energy throughout the whole day, and at the same time feeling focused, alert, motivated, happier, and so much more, which really makes me just want to say, please give it a try. If you never tried low carb or keto, really please just try it. Again, this is not an official recommendation, I'm not your doctor, but I would do it. Just for 4 weeks, go low carb, no cheat meals, just try and see how your body reacts. See how much your life can change within just a couple of days. Now, it might be bad at first because you are addicted to carbs, but after getting over that, after a week, maybe 2 weeks, maximum 3 to 4 weeks, you will feel so much better. I really believe that. I don't necessarily want to say it's for everybody, but if you've never tried it, really give it a chance. A lot of meat, a lot of eggs, and then if you want dairy, cheese, veggies, sauerkraut, carrots, stuff like that. But if you want to stay keto, keep your carbs low. I could make a guide on keto if you want, but just look on YouTube. There are already countless out there. But in my opinion, it will be so worth and you will be so thankful for trying a keto or maybe an animal-based, a carnivore, or a ketovore or meat-based diet, whatever you want to call it, whatever kind of variation you want to try, but give this a chance. So I guess what I'm trying to say is try it for yourself, especially if you want to perform better mentally or energy-wise. And then after that, you can still go back. Hamza, for example, recently switched on a carnivore diet and he really says the same thing.
I didn't realize that I had like all this brain fog. It was only once I cleared it through a low carb diet, that's when it's improved.
But of course, so does Sean Baker, Anthony Sheffield, Paul Saladino, and thousands of others. You really should have at least tried it once without cheating. Now, if you want to learn why exactly a low carb diet will make you way more energetic, you can check out this video as well, or maybe check out this one. But of course, that's all gonna be up to you. Hope you enjoyed this. I would really appreciate a like. But with that being said, eat your eggs, have a great day, and bye.